Good morning, guys. This is Sahil Kandoi, and welcome to Awaken Youth. And today, we would like to talk about the dynamics of relationships. So, hang on your seatbelts and let's enjoy the ride.
Awaken Youth.
So, friends, I've been thinking about making a YouTube video for a very long time, but finally, I have chosen to do it now. Better late than never. So we have picked up a topic which is very important for us right now because relationships is involved in our life amongst everything. We are in a relationship with this beautiful tree. We are in a relationship with every friend and family around us. And there is a great dynamics of energy behind every relationships. Now that's something you must not have heard around people, isn't it? Because there is energy, but then there is relationships. But there is energy behind relationships. I guess that's something new, but that is so important for us to understand because this energy governs every relationships. Be it with your family, be it with your girlfriend, be it with your friend, be it with any person you've ever interacted with. Not just person, but be it with any object also. So, energy. Now, what is energy? But before that, what is love? What is love? We speak about it, we write poetries on that, we make movies on that. But what truly is love is? Have you ever thought about what love is? Can we see it? Can we decipher it? Can I spot it down and say this is love? We can't, right? The same way it is energy. Because love is one of the most beautiful forms of energy. One of the most beautiful forms of emotions. What is an emotion? Energy in motion is emotions. So love being one of the most beautiful energies, one of the most highest frequency of life is love. But are we experiencing the freedom that love has to offer, or are we binded by love? That's the problem, my friend, and that's what we are experiencing in these days in the so-called relationships. So my friend, we would like to decipher and understand that why these relationships turns out not giving you freedom, not giving you empowerment, because love as a frequency, love as an energy is the most empowering, most encompassing and the most freeing energy in the world. But why don't we see it? We see relationships all around us and we see what kind of relationships are there. I mean, I have personally encountered a lot of relationships and through which I can experience and I can share my experiences with you also. Because love is as a frequency can resonate at different levels. Do you realize that each chakra can have a form of love defined for a particular relationships? And it is up to a person's level of energy from where they love you. Because you might have encountered a relationship where a person is very possessive. They're always obsessed about you. They're always obsessed about your energy, your attention. You know what they really want from you is not love, is actually your energy. The real problem between people and amongst relationships is that they're all craving for love and energy. We're all energy beings, my friend. We need energies to survive. We need energy to live. We need energy to speak. We need energy to express ourselves. And now the question is where you get the energy from. Is it from a person or is it from yourself? Because as long as you derive your cosmic energy, your energy from which you need to progress from others, you will always be dependent on others. But my friend, there is a great secret which has not been revealed to the world, that you yourself are a source of energy. You yourself can harness infinite energy from this existence by some simple steps that we can describe in another video. But it all depends on harnessing your energy, which is meditation, a beautiful tool through which you can start harnessing the energies of the cosmos and become self-sufficient. But no, that's the main key reason why we are seeing difficulties in all and major relationships nowadays. Because everybody, it's like I have an empty glass and I'm thirsty and I want water. What do? I don't know that I have a source of water within me. I have a source of infinite water within me. So the only way I can receive that water or quench my thirst might be borrowing it from someone else. So we tend to cling on to other people's because their attention gives you energy. That's one of the reasons we like attention, because attention is the source of energy. And people who are attention craving, they are simply craving for energy, which they are unable to derive from themselves. They want it to come from others. So they always do things which may bring more attention. They always try to get the attention of their spouse, and they do every sort of thing so that they can get attention. And in that, they themselves don't know, they simply want your energy. And if you share it, if you have abundance but you share it, but if the other person is equally doesn't have energy, what does he do? He has like 3 ounces of energy. He may have like three little of energy, and he has very little to spare for himself. He is himself feeling very discomforted. He is having stress. He cannot handle his own body, and now this person expects to share energy. This person wants energy from you. So it's very difficult. So it's like beggars begging each other. So like this person is a beggar, I am a beggar, and a beggar is begging from a beggar for more energy. We are all energy deficient. We are all living and managing from very minute resources of energies in our life. We must learn to expand it. And that's where the core problem in every energy and every relationship lies. Because we are expecting to receive the energy that we need from the others. So now we understand that how energy is so relevant to our relationships, how energies are so important to define love, because love is nothing but another exchange of energy, another form of the energy that we all need to live. So now the very important thing here is, as I said before, that each chakra in your body, each level of energy system, wherever you are, you tend to love from that frequency. For an example, your energies are focused or more focused on your Mooladhara chakra. That is your base chakra. That is your front chakra, which is about security, which is about base, which is about Mool Adhar, which means your basic necessities. That is your money, security, and a lot to do with your earthy things. Alright? So, a person who is focused in Mooladhara will always look for security. The only thing in their mind when they are looking for a partner will be security. So the moment they see someone whom they feel secured with, they tend to have an attachment or a relevance or a sense of good feeling for them, because they are satisfying their need for Mooladhara energy. And that might come as a form of love, because love is simply an exchange. It's another travel of what you desire. And your love is relevant so much from which frequency you are resonating at. So as you see, Mooladhara is related to more of how people feel more secure. So an insecure person or a person who is based on Mooladhara will also look for a person who has a lot of money. So that's how these people are genuinely feeling love for the other person, not knowing that it is actually driven by their energies. So a person from Mooladhara will expect a guy who has a lot of money, who can make them feel secured and takes care of all their physical needs. And that's why a woman or a man would look for an opposite partner based on these qualities. So now, since we have understood the dynamics of the root chakra, now we'll go to the sacral. Sacral, or the Swadhisthana, is the center of pleasure. So now, people who can give each other more pleasure will be derived and loved more when a person is in that energy. So you see, automatically a person will start loving a person who can give them more pleasure when they're operating majorly from their Swadhisthana chakra. So now let's move to the next, that is the Manipura, or the solar plexus. Now this chakra governs your will, your fire, your strength. So now anyone who is having this particular traits, and who is governed by this particular chakra or their energy, which is strength, will, and power, or people who are very power hungry, people who are very powerful, people who are having great connections everywhere. So a person might start deriving love for that particular person, because your frequency is in that realm and in that chakra. Your love is originating from this source of feelings. So this is how the love that we define in this world is related to which chakra or which energy is dominant in our life. Now, usually if a person in a normal life has not done any spiritual practices, or if they have not done any form of practice to increase their energies, in any form, that is through meditation, through chanting, or any form of spiritual practice one can practice. But unless you work on yourself extra than besides what is generally you're receiving from life, you will generally be limited to these three chakras. And now the magic happens in the fourth chakra, because when you start meditating, when you start increasing your energies, your energy starts rising, and then you eventually move to the anahata, the heart chakra. The chakra where love is originated, the real love, the love that we so-called fill the world with. So this is the chakra when a person turns a little more compassionate and start feeling love and compassion. Generally, see, love is, again, has so many layers, but compassion, he starts feeling compassion for everyone around them, for fellow humans, and not just fellow humans, but it starts extending to the animal kingdoms also. Generally, people who move to the heart chakra starts thinking about what they're eating also, and they generally turn to become vegetarians, because they turn to start feeling the pain and the love also for animals equally. So this is when your compassion and your energies extends beyond the limitations of one person and these feelings, and then you start truly loving someone and really want to help and make others grow. So this is when you move to anahata, you start resonating and start attracting people who are more selfless, who are more compassionate, who are more loving to each other. So that's about anahata now, which is very beautiful. Next, let's move to the throat chakra. Throat is Vishuddha chakra, the chakra which defines expression, which defines your colors, your divine being, your divine self, and as you want to express yourself to the world. And that happens when you start expressing who you truly are. People tend to come together when they are expressing divinely together. Imagine we have similar purposes. Imagine when people having similar jobs, people having similar work environments, people having similar vision in their lives. Like if a painter would love to hang out with a painter, would love to have an affinity towards a painter, and a person who is spiritually inclined, who are doing some spiritual services, will be equally inclined to spiritual people, because their purpose, their expression is similar. So this is when people start feeling love for the person, where their expression starts meeting. And that's when the energies are derived from. So this is expression. So this is when you're moving beyond all your physical needs, and beyond is about expressing yourself, is about expressing who you are. And that's when you start meeting people who are expressing themselves. And that's when you feel love for those kind of people. So this is where Vishuddha. Agya chakra, intuitions, otherworldly talks, different dimensions, and all those picturizations and all those ideas gets originated within your being. And this is when you start understanding that there are so many dimensions to life, and there are so many realities to life. And that's when you start attracting people who have equally experienced these realities, who have also experienced these dimensions, and you want to talk, interact, and have those kind of exchanges. And then naturally your love starts feeling, and you start feeling for people who are having similar experiences and similar dimensional ideas, and also people who have seen past lives. You see, this is where people start seeing past lives, and then you might end up seeing the other person's past life, and you guys must be connected, and that's how love can equally be derived. So this is where things go a little deeper, things go a little more intense, because then you start seeing beyond your physical self, beyond this personality. You start seeing this person as a soul. So you start loving the soul. Now the love goes deeper. If you are in love with a person, you want to be in a relationship with the person, you understand that the love is being derived because of a soul connection, not of a physical desire or any sort of personal wants or lacks. It is coming from a desire of connection because something is incomplete within their past lives, or something needs to be created from this connection, which is derived from this life. So this is where Akya chakra comes, where things go to a next dimension. And then finally your crown chakra, your Sahasrara chakra. When you've reached there, when you've completed your journey of this body and your energies have risen to the final chakra, that's where it gets difficult to really be in a relationship, because then you are truly connected to everything. Then you're truly in a relationship with everything around you, because then you're not limited to this physical body. Then you're not limited to this physical self and a personality. So you let go, and you kind of just this whole idea of the self and his perceptions and his personal requirements are now becomes mundane, and then everything becomes relevant, and everyone becomes relevant, and everyone becomes loving, and you see everyone as gods, and it's a very different feeling when you reach there. So that's when relationships will not be specific, it will not be constant. People would like to keep moving because they would like to keep connecting with everybody. They would like to connect with as many people as they can, because and they'll be more purpose oriented, they'll be more selfless, and they'll be wanting to share this information to as many people as they can, and they would like to connect with as many people as they can. And that's when relationships, the boundaries of relationships are gone, and they tend to experience and know and want everybody as themselves, as one. So this is the depth analysis of how every chakra, how your frequency defines your relationships, how your chakra or your energy defines your root of love in your life. So my friend, everything is governed by energy, even your relationships, even your love life. Understand that, look into it, and take all the efforts that you can to increase your energies, because the more you increase it, the more you experience deeper levels of love, and there is so much more to dive into. So my friend, this is all about relationships, love, and how you can experience greater levels of love by increasing your energies, by meditating every day, and by taking any sort of steps in your life to make your life better. So please hang on, I'm going to be sharing much more videos from here on. And this is where you subscribe, because our forum is not just for me, it's going to be for a lot of awakened youngsters, a lot of youth people, a lot of good people, good vibes, to share their own wisdom in this platform. So please hit the like, subscribe button, and stay connected with us, because we're going to come back with more information. And do tell us what you want to see more from here on. Thank you so much, my friend.